Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome back to AWS DevOps Lokesh Tech YouTube channel. So, in this previous class, we have discussed about identifiers, indentation, right? Yeah, indentation, comments, two type of comments like multi-line and single line comments, and also statements, right? So in this in this class we are specifically discussing about variables. Okay. So what are the purpose of variables and all we'll see about variables. Okay. So what is variable? Okay. Variable actually it is a symbolic name. Okay. That reference value stored in a memory. In previous calls or in previous discussion also I've just discussed regarding this. So x equal to 10, some x we called a variable, something like that. So it's just like, so we have also covered this a small part. So which means like what is variable in the sense symbolic names that reference values stored in a memory. In Python, variables do not need explicit declaration. Okay, and created when you assign a value to them. Okay, variable names can contain letters, numbers, underscores. Okay, but they cannot start with the number, and also keywords, right? So I'll give you very much clear cut idea. So let's discuss one by one. So I'm going to take a example for you to discuss to understand better. Okay. So I have taken this, you know, in our childhood we used to store our money in these pots. So kiddie banks, kids also will store their money right in this, right? So kiddie bank something we used to call, right? So in this a pot I have stored 100 rupees. Okay. And in this I stored 500 rupees. In this I have stored 2000 rupees. Correct. So just imagine that. So in the A pot we have stored 100 rupees. In B pot we stored 500 rupees. And C pot we have stored 200 rupees, 2000 rupees. Okay. So for example, A is one guy, B is one guy, and C is one guy. So they have stored their amount in their kiddie banks, right? So now what is exactly variable in this concept? I'll tell you. Okay. So A is 100 as I said, okay, and B is 500, correct? In C is 2000 rupees. We have stored in kiddie bank, right? So in this concept, we are adding all the values. So we can able to print like this. We can able to print A plus B plus C. We can able to print like that also. If you have more 100 numbers also, we can write 100, but it is little complex. So every word you need to mention in the print. It will give the result also. It will print, no problem at all. Okay, right? So the storing total sum in variable like this. Okay, so for example, if you think total cost equal to A plus B plus C, which means you have defined one name for all of them, A plus B plus C. You are adding A, B, C and all these values you are doing sum, and you are keeping that in one name which is called total cost, which means it's a, so total cost you are keeping, this is, you can consider this as a variable. Okay, so total cost stores. So total cost is one, if you can say, if you, in this perspective, you can also write x or lokesh. You can also keep like that also. Lokesh all equal to a plus b plus c. So which means a value, b value, c value, right? 100 plus 500 plus 2000. Okay, you are you are keeping these three values, and also along with you are adding that values and storing in this name, correct? Same way, a, b, c. What is a? This is actually, you are, instead of mentioning 100 plus 500 plus 2000, you are mentioning variable name. This is one variable, this is variable, this is variable, and this is one. A is a variable, B is a variable, and C is a variable. Okay. In A variable, A value is 100. B variable 500 is the value. C variable 2000 is the value. Okay, 2000 is the value. So you can write 100, 500, 2000 equal to total cost. This is, both are same. You can write this or this. Okay, but instead of mentioning the values this much big, you are mentioning the variable names, right? So that's why we have mentioned like this. We can also do that, but in Python we need to make it simple. Okay, printing, let's print. Okay, so if you print this value, you are not in print, you are not mentioning like this a, b, c, right? So instead of mentioning the variable names a, b, c, you are mentioning the name, variable name, total cost. So now you will get the result, right? Okay, okay. So as I mentioned previous, a, b, c, right? Previous slide. In that previous slide, kitty banks are there, right? Kitty banks. So they A equal to 500, B equal to, sorry, A equal to 100, B equal to 500, and C equal to 2000. Right? We mentioned like that. Correct? So I just would like to divide those total value for three members. Correct? So total cost might be something. How much the total cost? 600, 2600. This would be the print value here. Okay. So I want here, what it will do is print total cost by 3 dividing. Okay. The cost will be, you will get the result here. Okay. Right. So I want to know this result. I will show you. See the same you see here. A equal to 100, right? B equal to 500, C equal to 2000, right? Print, we are printing directly this values, A value, B value, and C value. We are keeping 100 in A. Okay, so you mentioned A equal 100 in the sense, what computer will do is, computer will locate, it will find a place, that variable A, it will find a place for this variable and it will store 100 amount in that in A, like that. So we can print A plus B plus C, correct? Right. And also, so we are mentioning total cost. So instead of printing like this, what I am trying to do is I am just mentioning a word, total cost equal to A plus B plus C. Okay, it will also print. Okay, next, printing the total cost. So I would like to print this value. Okay, I would like to print this one. So the result will get. And also, I'm just making three parts of this total. Whatever it is, the total is there. That total, I'm just making it as, I'm just dividing by three. Okay, so you will get that amount. And if I want to know what kind of variable it is, okay, so is that integer type or string or what, float or etc. So there is actually method. So print to type A. If you mention like that, you will get to know. So let's see, I will show you. One sec. So let me try to run this. See, this one, it was printed. It was printed. After this, see this one value. Print to A plus B plus C. Total value is 2600. So I'll try to do comment here. See, so it will not get. I'll try to comment here. Okay, save, and I'll try to run again. See this? One second. See, so here you see only 2600, only one. Okay, so next I'll remove this comment and I'll try to run again. See this? You got two, right? 2600, you got two. Which one? This one and also this one. Okay, so next, this one. If you see this, print to total cost. What is the total cost? Print, you are printing total cost value and also you are dividing by 3. What is the value in that to the total cost? Total cost in the sense it definitely it will take this value, this whatever it is there, that it will take, and whatever it is there inside, that will make divide. Okay, so that's why it is divided 866.666 something this much. And if you want to know anything, for example, a value is there, correct? A value I mentioned 100. 100 in the sense it is an integer value. You know, C language we'll call int value. Integer value is 100, correct? I just would like to know the type, what type of it is. So that's why to know that type of variable, so you just need to write print to type of the value, the variable name. You mentioned like this, print to type A. So you got class integer. And if you want to know, for example, I just give, I mentioned name AWS DevOps Lokesh Tech. I mentioned like this. So, and also I'm printing it, print type of this name, which means we are asking to Python print what type of name it is. Okay, what kind of it is, what type of variable it is. Okay, so name, you are trying to print a type of the variable, so you will get string value. You see this string, bottom you see this string, that's all, right? Next, so yeah, so it is variables, you see this definition. Simple definitions, guys, try to understand. So it is not highly standard language, very simple language, better try to follow. So you'll get, so we need to go step by step process. So before going to learn a language, we need to connect the dots. First of all, you need to know the dots, which means it's like a basics. So before going to learn the words, so what we have done, what we have learned in childhood, we used to learn A, B, C, D, like that. After A, B, C, D only we used to form a words like that. So we have to learn all the keywords, important, what are the important keywords are there, what type of methods are there. First we need to learn each and every topics first, which means basics, fundamentals. So if you learn, after finishing the learning all these things, you need to start writing the code. Okay, that's why I mentioned everything, small, small also, right? So here in variable, a variable is named, place in a memory where programmer can store the data and later retrieve the data using the variable name. Exactly, precisely, 100%. So we are actually keeping a is equal to 500, b is equal to 800, which means we are defining a variable name and we are storing this 500 into this. Okay, and instead of this we are utilizing variable name somewhere, print to a, instead of this, instead of using this value, we are printing variable names, so you will get the result. That's what you understood. Variable is a named place in a memory where a programmer can store the data and later receive the data using the variable name. That variable name only we are utilizing, right? Programmers get to choose the names of a variables. Yes, 100%. Right? They will choose variable names. You can change the content of a variable in a later statement. I will show what it is. First, x equal to 12.2, y is equal to 14. Okay, which means in x we are storing this value, in y we are storing 14 value. Understood? So for example, in later I would like to change, in place of x I would like to mention 100, x equal to 100. I'm taking x equal to 100, which means in place of this, okay, in place of this, what will happen? This 100 store, I mean, whatever stored 100 value in x, that will replace the first one. Okay, because same one, right? It is updated. It will replace by 100. You understood? First, actually, we have taken 12.2 and y value is 14. Okay. Once after, in the same x value in x variable, I am keeping 100 numbers. Okay, 100. Okay, I am keeping 100 in x variable. So what will happen? It will replace the first one, which means updating. That is called as variable. It is varying, right? So in place of that, it is replacing the value. It will be vary always. Maybe if it is 100, 200, 300, whatever, it depends upon. If you keep 500, it will replace with it 500. So it is changeable. Change in the sense variable. It is varying. That is why it is variable. Okay, variable. And it is always changeable. Okay, it will be vary. That's why it is called variable. Okay. So variables are how to store the data as our program runs. Okay. So now we have been printing data by passing it's straight up to print. Okay. Now we are going to save the data in variables so we can reuse it, change it before printing it. Right. So as I shown earlier, so we can able to print right? So whenever if you want to change, you can able to change it, the variable. So what is variable? Variables are used to store the data, right? So variables are used to store the data. when you declare when you declare a variable, it occupies some space in a memory in a computer, in your computer. So it doesn't we doesn't know where it is taking. Okay, computer will allocate a memory for the variable. That variable, whatever the amount you mentioned in that variable, it will take it. If you replace it, it will replace it. That's why it is keep on changes whenever you need. That's why it is a variable value. Variable always changes, depends upon you only. So if you change, it will change. Variable, it can be changed anytime. Simple, right? It is simple language. You understood, right? Next. So how we are declaring a variable? Okay, so in C, C++, Java, etc., you have to set the data type in a variable, in the variable, right? So in Java, we have to mention int, integer type. What is it? Integer type. You are mentioning integer type, okay, and you are mentioning variable name, and you are storing this value in this variable, okay. But type you need to mention, right? Next, string, which means type. String in the sense name, right? Person name, Lokesh. Float means points, okay. So percentage you are mentioning 85.7. So for every time, if it is string, if it is name, you are mentioning string. If it is a value number, you are mentioning integer. It is uh, float, you are mentioning float. Okay, points, if it is there points, so you are mentioning float. Specifically you are giving the value. You are initially, you doesn't know. If you don't know, so you can find it from Python. But here you specifically you are mentioning float, string, int, like this. But in Python, no need to set the data type in of the variable in Python. Data type you are mentioning before only, before calculating all these things only, you are mentioning a name before data type. Okay, for this you are mentioning into data type before mentioning this, which means we need to define everything. Most probably this is difficult, right? But in Python is not like that. Python is automatically data type will take care. Okay, so it looks good, right? Okay, okay, fine. Next, for example, if I want to know what type of variable it is, you can take a value, and you just take a value and print to type of a. For example, a is equal to Lokesh, for suppose. So if you type it, you will get string. Okay, like that only, 100%. So for example, a is equal to 100, for suppose. If you print like this, you will get into value, right? Like that. So you have seen already this, right? So you mention name equal to so and so, AWS DevOps Lokesh Tech, and you are printing this name, which means you are getting string, like this. Next, so multiple variable assignments. So here, if you see, one sec, one sec, one sec. Where it is getting? I don't know. Okay, so here a equal to 10. Okay, okay. A equal to 10, B equal to 10, C equal to 10. So A value is same, B value is same, and C value is same. Okay. So if you, what is this? Why it is not getting? So it's okay. So multiple assignments means that whenever you have same values, a equal to 10, b equal to 10, and c equal to 10. So at this time you can write a equal to 10 plus equal to, sorry, I could not able to use this. I will use this. Oh my. Okay. Okay. So it's okay. Little disturbance. It's okay. No problem. All right. So better it is easy. Okay. 10. A equal to 10. B equal to 10. C equal to 10. So then if for example A is, if these three are friends, for suppose A, in A same value is there, B also same value is there, and C also same value is there. Okay. So A equal to 10, no, B equal to 10, no, C equal to 10. So in A, B, C are three equal. Then A equal to B, B equal to C. You can write like this, right? Correct? A equal to B, then B equal to C. C equal to B and B equal to A. So these are all same. So you can write equal to 10. So in mathematics 2004, in my 7th class, so we used to do these kind of small mathematical operations. Okay. So A equal to B, B equal to C equal to 10. We can write like this. So then A value 10, B value 10, and C value 10. You understood? So we can write like that. So these multiple assignments you can write like this. Okay. So and also you can print A plus B plus C. Okay. So instead of writing the above three lines separately, so we can assign values in single line. So whenever the value is same in all, so like this. Okay. So A equal to B, B equal to C, C equal to 10. We can call these multiple assignment. We can call these multiple assignments. Simple, right? So almost our mathematical operations, small things, whenever we were in childhood, we used to do, right? So these kind of small things. So multiple variable assignments in this, in Python, variable names should not start with the number. So these rules are important in Python. Okay. So everywhere we have a rules, right? So actually, if in English language, A, they set a standard. Okay, B means this is actually B. You have to write B like this only. You cannot write B something like this, right? Right. So they set some standards for learning this, right? So same way we have certain rules in Python also. Okay. So Python variable names should not start with the number. For example, this one equal to 10. You can't write like this. Okay. This is not acceptable. We'll get syntax error. The following line will cause a syntax error. Exactly. So this, for example, I have shown you, right? So see this 100 equal to 100. It is invalid. How to write 100 1 equal to 100? You can write like this. After the name, you can mention numbers, but before the name, you should not mention the numbers. And can contain letters, numbers, and underscores. Okay. And case sensitive, must be case sensitive. Okay, I mentioned already case sensitive. What is case sensitive? For example, you mentioned lokesh equal to 100. For suppose you are printing print Lokesh. Does it works? No. You must follow case sensitive. So cannot use Python keywords as a variable names. Python keywords not acceptable as a variable name. These are all important rules. Okay. So let's see, Python variable name rules must start with the letter or underscore. No numbers. Must consist of letters, numbers, underscores. Case sensitive. Okay. Example, if you write like this, spam, all small letters, x all small letters, and these spam 2 3 with the number, this is good. And you can start with the underscore and name. So you can mention like this. And if you mention like this before the name, variable name, if you mention any number, this is not good. Okay. Hash, this is not good. Like this also not good. And you need to observe this spam. Okay. And this spam and this spam. Actually in English, all this is spam, this is spam, this is spam. We can read all this equal name, equal meaning. But in Python, case sensitive, you have to follow. This is small, complete small letters. You mentioned one capital and remaining small letters. Here it is complete capital. So which means all these are different variables. You understood? You have to follow one process, one method. Okay. If you follow, for example, you mentioned spam equal to 10. If you want to print a spam, it doesn't works. Okay. This is what. Hope I'm trying to give best inputs. Please try to understand and also do comment and share. So kindly comment if you do like. Okay, if you see this, you try to understand. In Python, you can write a variable like this also. X something, this is different name. Okay, 35.0. This is different name, 12.50. This is different as compared to these two. Okay, completely different. X1, Q3, Z. Here it is Z is there, is P is there. 9 is common, but it is O is there, A is there, A is there, FD is there. But different here it is changed, right? Three different names, and you are multiplying with this two. You can consider this as a total, and you can consider these two. Python will accept this also, but we should not follow this process because it is not that much easy to remember these words. Correct? That's why we won't follow this. Okay. So we'll get, you will get Python will get result, same result. But the thing, so it is difficult to remember for us, I'm telling. As a developer, you can't remember all these things, right? So you see this, instead of this, sorry, instead of this, you mentioned, not getting properly. You see, in place of A, this B, and this, and print. You understood? A value, this is equal, and B is this equal, and C A plus B, right? So as compared to this, which one is easy? Obviously this is easy, right? That's why variable name should be readable and it should be easy to understand. Got it? So we will recommend variable name should be easy and remember. It should be remembered to you. Okay. So for example, so you can also write like this one, same. Okay. And this one, same. kind of I'm telling, which means this name and this rate is not equal. Name is different, but the value is same, right? You are keeping different name and you are printing using this name, right? So I'm just comparing, that's it. You understood? But as comparatively, bit so this one comparatively this one is not that much easy, but these two are easy, very easy. Okay, you can do this and you can do this. This is in letters, words. Hours equals so and so. Rates, it's complete pure English. So it is easy, very, very easy than this also. Okay, and pay, total pay equal to hours into rate. You mentioned. And print, you are printing pay. It is easy, right? Python is giving that much feasibility. Understood? So we can also write like this. Correct? Right. Next. Again, we'll just reiterate the rules of the variables. Again, I just mentioned here everything. Must start with the letter. Okay. Must start with the letter. Okay. Next one is valid name. Should be like this. Lokesh. Better I need to use this. See? Okay. And underscore. You can start with underscore. You can write like this. Lokesh equal to 10. You can write like this. If you see here, if you start with underscore, you are not mentioning. Okay. So I'm sorry, it is actually variable name. Okay. So variable name, here you observe this name equal to Lokesh like this, and you are mentioning count equal to 5. This is variable name and this is also variable name. These are all values. Okay. So you can write like this variable name. You can also write like this underscore count equal to 5. Okay. Which means you can start with the letters uppercase and lowercase. Not a big deal. Okay. Uppercase is also fine. Lowercase is also fine. And also underscore. Alright. Next. Can contain letters, numbers and underscores as I mentioned. Okay. Contain numbers age underscore 25 equal to 25. This is variable name, but this is a value. Okay. Next, user underscore name equal to John. Okay, you can write like this. Okay. Next, why where it is invalid? So user hyphen is not valid. Hyphen will not be acceptable. See, hyphens are not allowed in this Python for variable. Cannot be a Python keyword. You should not use any Python keyword. Class, you should not write keyword as variable name. Okay, this is keyword. So next, and case sensitive. Python differentiates between uppercase and lowercase letters. Okay, name Alice and name Bob are two different variables. Is it right? See, this is actually n is capital, name equal to Alice. Okay. Again here, a small letter, name equal to something Bob. Okay. These are two different. The word meaning is the same, but doesn't matter about the word meaning. Okay. It doesn't matter about the meaning. We need to look at name of whether it is capital or a small. But these two are different. Okay. Okay, you can write like this or you can write like this, but these are all not same. Okay, and no spaces not allowed. Use underscores instead of spaces. For example, Lokesh Kumar, this is not valid. Okay, equal to 30. For suppose if I write like this is a variable name, but it is not valid because there is a space. You should not mention space. Python will not accept it. Okay, instead of space you must use underscore. If you want to use two different words, you just mention underscore. Got it? So it is invalid. User space name equal to so and so. Avoid using special characters like at the rate, dollar, percentage, like this. Okay, invalid names with this. Okay, please keep in mind. Okay, use meaningful variable names for better readability. Okay, total price, total underscore price equal to 100. It is good practice. If it is meaningful, it is easy to understand. Whenever you look at the sum, it is easy to understand. Okay, because you will be in a stress or some hurry worry. So at that time, if you are trying to read the lines of Python code, so it should be understand. So not that much easy. So all the time are not same, right? It should be easy to understand. Correct? So TP, you mentioned something like TP equal to 100, but you are mentioning other name somewhere, total price, something, somewhere you mentioned total price, somewhere you mentioned TP. It doesn't work, right? It's not clear. Don't use shortcuts. Okay. All right. So better you need to follow the rules before writing a code. You must know all about this. Okay. Next, it's covered, right? And some point, one extra point is there. Variable names cannot be keywords or completed. Special characters not allowed and start with the numbers is not allowed. That's fine. And one thing is new here. If you see here, you can understand. Variable name good practice with the write a camel case. We must know about camel case. This is a new word for you guys. So first of all, you must focus on these names because it will be confused. Okay, what is camel case? What is camel? Why it is camel case? Because these are all technical words. Okay, so these are all standard technical words you need to keep in mind. Okay, for example, you are playing cricket. Before before going to play cricket, if you don't know the rules, so while you are bowling, so you are trying to cross the line and so you foot, if you throw a ball after this line, what will happen? It is a no, right? So no ball. So you must know that. Okay, so this, without knowing this, if you are, if you want to if you want to keep your foot somewhere outside, so it is not possible, right? You must know, otherwise it's a waste of playing, right? So something kind of that. Okay, so you see this, what is camel case? Let's try to understand what is camel case. So you are trying to understand camel, CAMEL, case, right? Here it is normal, and again it is bump. Something look like camel, right? It is started with a small letter, and here next word started with the capital letter. So this name came from camel. So you need to follow camel case. So Python most probably will follow camel case. Okay, so you need to understand what is camel case. Why camel case? In the sense, first letter should be small letter, second letter it's taking capital. Why? Because this pump is there, right? So from camel they have taken, this is camel case. Okay, so this is camel case, just keep in mind camel case. Next one is, so if you try to understand here, camel case is a way of naming where each word start with the capital letter except the first word. You understood? First, for example, um, AWS, DevOps, okay, AWS DevOps. Enough. This is okay. You're right. This one is except a small letter, you written next word with the capital letter. That's how. So here it is indicating camel case is a way of naming where each word start with the capital letter. Each word start with the capital letter except the first word. Instead of first word, just remove except the first word, remaining words to start with the capital letters. That is called camel case. And here, snake case. You must know all these things. Okay, what is snake case? Snake case is a naming convention where words are written in a lowercase and separated by underscores. Okay, you must understand here. Written in a lowercase and separated by underscores. Example, Lokesh underscore Kumar. Understood? Like here, it's a like, so how the snake is, you understood? The snake is like this, underscore, here underscore, here underscore, here underscore. For every word, okay? For every word, snake is like that only, right? This is one word, Lokesh. This is Kumar, AWS. You are writing here, in between, you are keeping underscores. So kind of, just for, this is for, remember, recognize how snake case will be, right? So for every word, two different words, you need to mention underscore. That is called as snake case. These kind of a small basic questions will get in interviews for freshers to check your knowledge. Okay, this is correct. My underscore variable, first underscore name, total underscore amount, user underscore profile underscore data. So nothing is capital, all small letters. Okay, all lowercase and separated by underscore. Got it? And incorrect words. You see, no here nothing underscore, nothing underscore here, and one is capital, one is capital. So this is wrong. This is wrong, and this is also hyphens are not allowed. Okay, this is snake case. Next is Pascal. Okay, Pascal. It is a naming convention where the first letter of every word is a compound word is capitalized, including the first word. Understood? Pascal case. Every word, first word. Lokesh Kumar. See this? Every word of first word should be capital. Got it? See? Pascal. Sorry, here. This one and this one. Got it? So, my variable, this is Pascal case. It is also allowed. Okay. This is not allowed. This is camel case. This is snake case. Okay. Hyphens are not allowed. Okay. Either follow, either if you want to follow, you can follow camel case. You need to follow snake case, or you need to follow Pascal. Okay. But anything you need to follow in one standard properly. So if you want to mix it, that's no, there is no meaning of that, right? Follow one standard method, right? Next, what are constants? Fixed value. What is a constant? Numbers. 2. It is a constant value. Okay, unchangeable. No change. If not change, that is a constant, right? So what is definition? Fixed value such as numbers, letters and strings are called constants because their value does not change. Okay. Numeric constants are you expect. Okay. String constants use single quotes like this. You need to write like this. Okay. Double quote also. You need to write here name with the string. String, whenever you mentioned a string, Lokesh, for example, print, it is not correct. You need to mention either single quote or double quote like this. Got it? So this is a string. For string you need to mention like this. Okay, print 123, you will get yes, print 98.6, fine. But if while you are printing the string you need to mention single quote or double quotes like this. Just keep in mind, this is a rule of Python. Keep in mind please. Okay, next let's see the constants two different ways. Okay, constants are constants are values that cannot be changed once they are assigned. Okay, understood? Constants are the values that can't be changed once if it is assigned. Okay, once if it is assigned it should not be changed, even if it is string also, anything. Once if it is assigned, that is fixed. Okay, that can't changed. Variable you can change, but constant you can't, right? So for example, in Java if you see final you need to write like this, final string. So this is channel name. Okay, AWS DevOps Lokesh Tech. You understood? My YouTube channel name is AWS DevOps Lokesh Tech. Here channel name is a constant. This should be constant, maybe this might be change. Okay, this is a constant value, this is constant. Once after assigning this it can't be changed. Once after this it can't be changed. Once after assigning the value, constant is channel name is constant and its value is so and so, this one is value. Okay, can't be changed after it's assigned. Okay, this is in Java. So how do we declare constants in Python? Python does not have a built-in constant declaration like other languages like Java. However, we can use naming conventions, not like unlike Java. So we'll use, but we'll follow some naming conventions to indicate variables should not be changed. Okay, variable should not be changed. That's why to indicate variable should not be changed. That's why we will follow in different way. Example in Python, you see in Java you mentioned like this, right? In Python you see channel name, channel underscore name equal to AWS DevOps Locus Tech. But we did not mention anything final string like this in Python. It is simple. Okay, by using uppercase letters you need to keep in mind this. By using uppercase letters for variable names, this is variable name. Okay, it signals other developers that variable name is meant to be treated as constant that should not be modified. This is a rule and it is very standard rule. Python is fixed to some standard rules. Okay, so if you mention anything complete capital, so other developers should be understand that, oh yes, this is in a capital, we should not change it as. You understood? Okay, you understand this? It signals to other developers that the variable name is meant to be treated as a constant and should not be modified. So you also, you are as a developer, you should understand and keep in mind, if something, if it is assigned already in a capital name, capital uppercase letters, that should be indicate that it is a constant value, you should not change it. You must keep in mind. While Python won't prevent any changes, it's just a convention, naming convention. Okay, you just keep in this also. While Python won't prevent changes, it's just a convention. If you want to follow one standard method, that would be good. Okay, so let's talk about interview questions and answers. Okay, so what is keyword? What is keyword? A keyword is a reserved word that has a predefined meaning in a programming language. It cannot be used as an identifier. Variable name, function name, etc., etc. So keyword is like this. Got it? Okay, example, print. This is a, for example, if true, if is, if is, definitely if is keyword. You should not use like this. Okay, so give a, give an example of keyword. For a keyword used for looping. Okay, for, okay. So what is an identifier? An identifier is a name used to identify variables, functions, classes, etc. Identifier is name used to identify variables, functions, classes, etc. Identifier in the sense for identification. Okay, got it? Next, example of identifier, age equal to 25. Age is an identifier. Also, you must remember age is also will be variable. If you in variables, if you want to take this age as a variable, you can take that also. Okay, it is just name. Why? It's okay. All right, fine. Next, can a keyword be used as an identifier? No, keyword cannot be used as identifier. Okay, so this will raise a syntax error. Keep in mind, guys. So what rule must identifiers follow in Python? What rules must identifiers follow in Python? Identifiers must start with the A to Z, S, uppercase and lowercase letter and underscore. We discussed all these things. Okay. So example, you see this small letter with the underscore, but underscore with the, this is valid identifier. Okay. It is case sensitive in Python. Is it case sensitive in Python? We discussed about case sensitive, right? Yes. Python identifiers are case sensitive. So here variable equal to 10, variable equal to 20, different from variable, right? Two different words. This is small one, this is capital one. But if you print, for example, you have assigned a value, print variable small with the small variable, small letters, it will print 10. If you mention capital one, it will print 20, right? Like that. Can keywords change between Python versions? Question again. Can keywords change between Python versions? Yes. New keywords can be added in new version Python. Example, async, await become keywords in Python 3.5. Just to keep in mind, guys, these new words, three new words are added into keywords very recently. Okay. So next question. What happens if you use a keyword as identifier? So using a keyword as identifier will raise a syntax error. This raise an error for 10. Okay. Can identifiers contain special characters? No. Identifiers can only contain letters, digits, underscores. Right? So can an identifier can identifier be the same as function name? Just pause it and try to think, guys. Can an identifier be the same as function name? Yes, identifier can also be function name as long as they aren't keywords. This is important question, guys. There are chances to confuse you with this question. Okay, see like this. Def greet, print hello world. Okay, so here you mentioned calling as a function, right? So here, next, what are the comments? We are this questions and answers about comments. Okay, so what are the comments in programming? Comments are used to explain the code and make it more readable. They are ignored by interpreter. You understood? Comments are used for comments are used for explain the code, make it readable. But if you mention any hash or three triple quote, okay, triple quotes, using triple quotes in between, if you mention any statement, that will be ignored by interpreter. Okay, example, this is a single line comment, so and so xyz is there. If you mention with this hash, it will be ignored by interpreter. What are the types of comments in Python? What are the types of comments in Python? Single line and multi-line. Okay. There are two type of comments. One is single line, other one is multi-line. Start with the hash is single line and enclosed with the triple quotes or multi-line. Okay, like this example. Understood? And next question. Why are comments important? Comments help explain code logic, making it easier for others to understand and maintain the code properly. Okay, so like this. For example, adding two numbers a equal to 5, b equal to 10, sum equal to a plus b, which means we are clearly stating that. So we are adding two numbers using so and so value that we are means. So in front of the values, if you mention these comments, others can able to understand easily. Okay. Next question. What is the statement in Python? Okay. Statement is a complete instruction that performs an action. It's not action, it's action. Okay. A statement is a complete instruction that performs an action. Statement is a complete instruction. It is instruction to perform an action. Action means if you want to print. So if you want to write, you can write a code. Okay, example x equal to 5. This is a assignment statement. What is the difference between statement and expression? What is the difference between statement and expression? Statement perform an action. Example variable assignment. Expression evaluates to a value. Okay, try to understand. Statement performs an action. Example variable assignments. Okay, we will mention variable assignments in the statements. In expressions we will mention about values. Okay, like this example, x equal to 5, statement assigns 5 to assigns 5 to xy equal to x plus and something expression. So this is for statement how we have to write assigns 5 to xy equal to x plus 10. Expression, how expression to 15. Okay, if you want to see more examples, go and ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT. Better, you will get more examples than this. Better examples. Okay. Can a comment be used as a debugging purpose? Yes. See this? Yes. Comments can temporarily disable code for debugging. Yes. Okay. You can comment like this. For example, one code is there. For example, 100-line code is there. In between, you are actually writing a web browser. So if you want to hide something, okay, you want to in web browser, you might have footer will be there, header will be there. In header, so there will be master and some options will be there, right? So for example, contact us page, carriage page, etc, etc. So for a while, if you want to hide contact us page, what you have to do, you can easily comment it. Okay, so debugging purpose, something has happened that contact us page, for a while you can able to hide this. Yes, you can do, right? Next, how do you write comment in Python? Already we have seen this. Okay, so by using single line and multi-line comments. Next, can comments be nested in Python? No. Python does not support nested comments. This is a comment. Okay, nested comment won't works. I tried actually, but it is possible in ML scripts. I have seen. Okay, and also it is possible JavaScript. So are comments ignored by the interpreter? Yes, yes, 100%. That is the answer only. So what is block statement in Python? A block statement is a group of statements that are executed together, typically within a control structure like a loop or condition. Okay, example like this: x greater than 10, print x value, x is greater than 10, something like this. So what is a variable in Python? Variables. This interview questions about variables. Okay, a variable is a name assigned to memory location that stores a value. Okay, age 25, it is a variable. How do you declare variable in Python? In a Python, you don't need to declare the type of variable. Understood? You simply give a value. That's it. Like this, name equal to location. That's it. Can a variable hold different data types in Python? Just stop and try to think. Can a variable hold different data types in Python? Yes. In Python, variable can hold different data types during its lifetime. See this? Integer, yes. String, integer, string, float, etc. etc. What is the scope of variable in Python? The scope of variable defines where it can be accessed in the program. Variable can be local or global. So we'll discuss next class about this again. Already I have explained about this, right? I mentioned something local premises, global premises in previous class, session number 3. In session 3, we discussed about this, right? So yes, x equal to 10, global variable, define function, print x, like that. Okay, next question. What is the difference between local and global variables in Python? Okay, so local variables are defined inside a function and it can only be accessed within the function. Global variables are defined outside of any function that can be accessed throughout the program. These examples I have given. Okay. So for example, number equal to 10. Okay. So and for example, global n. Okay. Print sorry, n equal to 5. Okay. N equal to n plus 5. Print to n value. Okay. Next to next again print n. Okay, so this is called as local statement, this is global statement. Okay, in this global statement I clearly mentioned n. Understood? That's why it will take n value would be 10, and also I mentioned the separate n. Okay, n equal to 5, right? So now what happens? So it will take n value 10. 10 plus 5. What happens? Print 15 value you will get. Okay. So for example, just forget about this. So if you don't mention any global here, without mentioning global, so n equal to 10, what will happen? It will not check anything inside of local. It is comes under local. It doesn't check is this. Directly it will print n equal to 10 value like this. This is a kind of a sample example. Okay, so like this. Next, see example given. Next, what is a constant variable in Python? Python does not have built-in constants, but by convention, variables written in all uppercase letters are considered constants. Like this, max users equal to 100. So we discussed about these constants, right? So in Java, it is very much particular about constants. Okay, but Python does not build built-in constants. But if somebody is in your program, in your project, if somebody mentioned like this, so you should consider this as a constant variable, but you should not touch and you should not change that variable. That is actually uh, kind of standard if you think. Okay. So can you change the value of constant variable? No. While a Python does not enforce constants, the value of constant variable should not be changed. This is just a convention. That's it. Max users equal to 100, max equal to 150 should not be changed. You should not change like that. Okay. How do you assign a value to a variable in Python? So you can assign a variable value using the operator. Example like this, age equal to 25 like this. And what is the difference between variable and constants in Python? See here, difference between variable and constants in Python. Constants not changeable. Okay, variables, a example, a equal to 10, b equal to 20. Okay, this is actually variable name. This is variable name. Okay, so variable can be changed anytime. So if you want to keep, instead of this 50 you can keep it, instead of 20 you can keep 100, 500, whatever, but constant will not be changed like this. You understood? Hope so. Let's see what is the answer is. Okay, yeah, variable can store value that may change, but constant, the value cannot be changed after initialization. That's it. Okay, next. So can variable be used in expression in Python? Yes, variable can be used in expression to evaluate values. Okay, okay. This is an example. Okay, can variable be used in expression in Python? Okay. So these are all interview questions, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you might have learned something at least from this video. So please do watch. If you want to comment it, you comment. Maybe if it is positive, you can comment it positive. You can, if you want to give a suggestion also, you just give a suggestion. Or if you do like a kind of my teaching, please do appreciate. So by keeping, by writing something in comments, please kindly share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Take care. Take care. Take care until then. We'll see you in next class. Thank you so much. Bye bye.